and welcome to the Adulting is Easy and Other Lies podcast. Thank you for joining in again. Today we are sitting here with Katie.
Hello.
Hi, Katie. Katie is going to share with us a little bit about her experiences. These are vast. The conversation is going to be a little bit about childhood trauma and adult.
All the trauma.
All the trauma. Some identity crises, some chronic illness, and really about rebuilding a life that actually works for you.
Exactly.
So that is what we are gearing up for today. And thank you for joining, and let's get this thing going.
Let's go.
So can we talk a little bit about your childhood, kind of the early environment, and how that kind of shaped how you saw yourself growing up?
Yeah. So my parents, they were both alcoholics. Money-wise, we would do like really well and then really not well. It was, there was no stability, right? Like we lived in like nice houses and like we had food and a roof over our heads. But we did not have any sort of emotional availability from either of our parents. My mom, she has fibromyalgia. She got in an accident when I think I was 5, broke her leg, and it was a spiral fracture around her femur that never healed, which kicked off the fibromyalgia. So, and so she was just gone. Like, she was in bed. She didn't, especially back then, this is 25 years ago now almost.
So medicine's come a ways.
Yeah, we know, like people, you say fibromyalgia and they know what it is now. Back then it was just this mystery, you're on fire for the rest of your life. Best of luck to you. Then you have a husband he was a trucker, so he's gone. And then when he's here, it's not so great.
Not present.
Yeah, so there's lots of moving, lots of instability. I've got a little brother, and that was my world. I was like, I have to make sure this thing is okay. So yeah, it was just kind of him and I for quite a while. When I was 17 or 18, I finally decided, like, this is enough. I got my mom and my brother, and we moved into a place, just the three of us. And that was some hard times. It was hard to keep the lights on, like, around then. My brother's like a young teenager, and like I gave him his first car. Like, I did everything that I could as, an 18, 19, 20-year-old girl could.
Wow. So you were parentified at a very young age.
Yeah. No, my mom, she's a great lady, like, but she just wasn't able to be there mentally or emotionally, and so it was me and my brother. It still is. But when I was, I think, 21, it was just too much for me, and so I left. And that was pretty hard. Like, I still have a little bit of guilt because it's like I left my brother, like my kid almost, but I had to get out of there, and that's around when I started the social work. I'd gone through treatment, going to school, and then I got into all the shelter work and
doing what you'd already been doing, basically.
Yeah, just
getting paid for it
a little bit here and there.
A little.
Oh man, you don't do social work to get paid.
So no, you don't. So when you left with your mom and your brother, was your dad then no longer part of your life at all, or was he?
He was kind of there. Like, the alcoholism was so bad at that point. It was way too much, and so we left. And he'd kind of like pop in like once in a while. He was living with his mom. He was just kind of a mess that would pop in here and there and try to play dad for a second, and then be off again doing whatever that is.
Okay. Wow. So how, being put into this position where you're now the parent of the relationship, and dealing with two adults that have different issues going on separately that are inhibiting them from being the parent that they should be. What do you think that taught you about relationships?
Oh, that you're it. Like you have nobody but yourself. You as a kid, like you always have that hope that like one day your parents will change and one day somebody will come save you, and at some point you gotta let that go. And in doing that, you have to reshape what a relationship is, because everything you learned about any sort of relationships, it's trash, it's garbage. Like you can't use that in going forward if you want something healthy, if you want to build yourself, if you want something different. So first stage was like, all right, it's all me, everything is me, I will figure this out till I can't anymore. So it's like, yeah, it's just self-reliance. It's like there's no good relationships. Like I didn't have really friends that understood. I didn't really connect with anybody very well.
Did you have anywhere where you felt safe, or did you just feel used to being in this?
That's what I was used to. I've made a safe spot in my head, right? Like that's where I went into Christianity really hard. That helped me in a lot of ways, I will say. It gave me something bigger than myself when I didn't have it in me to go to and to lean on. But that's only sustainable for so long as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When you're looking for things that you're just grasping onto in the thick of chaos, that usually those safety measures are temporary solutions to a bigger problem that you gotta dig deeper for. When you are looking back on it now, can you remember like the moment, the shift that stood out for you where you were like, okay, like this isn't right, this is where I gotta go? Like, was there an aha moment, or was it just accumulation of all the things piling?
It was an accumulation. It was also, I was with somebody I was dating someone whose lease was up soon, and we talked about like moving, and it's like, this is cheaper rent. Like, he wasn't a great guy, but it was an out. And it's like I finally saw that little bit of an out, and I'm like, I've got a job now. Like, I'm not like fully relying on this guy. Like, I have somewhere to go. And I just grabbed onto that and left.
So, but in your mind, you even going out to go with him, it wasn't that you were relying on him. You were still relying on yourself. It was just getting yourself out of the environment.
Yeah, I was using the resources that I had around me to help myself. Whether that was him, whether it would have been something. It's like I would have found some opportunity to get myself out of there.
Yeah, when you're drowning, you take anything that gets blown at you. You don't care if it's carbon monoxide or oxygen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot to have to endure that much by the time you're an adult. Like you're not even an adult at this point. You're what, 20?
And look at like our brains aren't stopping till we're like 25. Like we say 18's an adult, 20's an adult, but I mean, who looks back at their 18-year-old self and was like, I knew what was going on.
She was smart. She made great decisions.
Right? Like, I did the best with what I could, but gee, like, there's no adult in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, so essentially you were a child making adult decisions for many years, and then were trying to be an adult making adult decisions, but still hadn't grown past the child that was
and then
harmed in the beginning.
For a long time, I protected my parents. Like, there's like that part of myself that, and I'm not saying that like it's okay. Like, it was hard for me to accept the fact that they had hurt me to the extent that they did, but that they're just playing out the patterns that they
didn't seem to care.
They didn't know. Like, they were just doing what everybody else, like, doing the things. There's no, looking within oneself, or like, being like, my growing up wasn't that good. Maybe I should do something a little bit. And I'm sure there was some of that, but it was not enough.
It definitely isn't something that is as much of a conversation back with our parents and their generation as it is now.
No.
Those breaking those generational traumas and patterns, right?
Oh yeah, and it was more of a vacuum. Like, we have our vacuums now on the internet and in media, but back before, like, you couldn't just, it was hard to find something else, an example that's not your family, or like your crappy little town where everybody's doing the same. Like, you really have to leave and go look for something else. And I think it was, when you don't see that there's anything, like, you don't know.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it. When it's all you've ever known, then it seems normal to you. It doesn't really seem that bad. Wow, that is a lot. So going on from there, let's talk a little bit about kind of the survival mode years, where we have now left, where we're being a parent to our parents and our sibling, because somebody's got to do the job. And now you're with this significant other that maybe isn't the healthiest for you. What were you trying to find in that moment? Or like I know you're trying to cope with the family past and whatnot, but what was the goal in that move, and deciding that you was going to be with him? It wasn't going to be just moving out on your own. What was the plan?
Well, the plan, like, I just have always felt like I'm here to help other people. And before I've made the kind of mindset shift that I have today, like, it was just a martyr mindset. So I was like, all right, like, I don't have these people to look after, so I'm going to go make myself available for everybody else, like, at whatever depth that I can get to. Yeah, I was on the streets of, like, East Hastings and Vancouver, like, doing outreach and, like, handing, like, that's what I went to. It's like, this is what brings me joy, is just talking to these people and, like, just giving them a conversation that might help them carry through the day.
So did those environments then feel chaotic to you, or did they feel more familiar?
That was home. That's like the mustard seed shelter. Like, I go in and I'm like, this is my kingdom. Like, I feel like I know everybody's. It's just so normal.
It was normal. It wasn't something that you had to shift your mind to fit into that box. You knew that box.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, this is my place.
So in that time then, were you dealing with your own struggles?
Yeah. So,
or was it more that I'm going to save everybody else and just pretend I have nothing?
There's a billion, like, they had they had me diagnosed with, like, BPD and, like, crazy mental illness, and nothing was working. I was just so overdone that, I was making myself crazy. I wasn't sleeping right. I wasn't dealing with anything right. I'd go for a shelter shift, deal with, like, suicides or, like, ODs, and then just, like, come home and, like, smoke weed and pass out and wake up and do it again.
So do you think that version of you was just a survival mode? That's it.
Yeah, it was just another way of dealing with stuff. It felt a little nicer that it wasn't, just my family. Like, I felt a little more, like I was helping society rather than feeding my family loops.
Do you think that the burden feels less when it's people that aren't your family?
Yes.
When it's your family, you're almost like, why can you not figured this out
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
And when it's somebody else, it's like
when you've got that
more
degree of-
empathy somehow.
yeah, you've got that you've got that distance, and I think it's easier to kind of give someone the benefit of the doubt when you don't know them as much.
Yeah.
Um,
And they haven't hurt you personally.
that's
Because there's no, you don't have
you don't have the history, you don't have the
like disdain for them almost that you do for somebody that's supposed to love you and protect you, but hasn't done that.
Yeah, it's almost like I know the empathy that I had for my parents, and I can put this somewhere that feels a little bit better.
Or even that it'll be better, more well received. I think.
Yeah, somebody will use this. Like, these people are here because they want help, right?
Yeah.
Like these people, and even if it's, just a sandwich or like just a hello. Like,
yeah, how was your day?
They're taking the help, like they're using that help, and like it means something to them.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting around for, and also there's an understanding with these people. It's like, if you don't take the help, that's kind of,
it's not going to be something that you're going to feel for the rest of your life.
But as a kid, it's like, this might kind of be my fault somehow. That's just how we all justify.
Well, and that's just it, because our brain's not developed enough to understand and to properly reason what's going on around us.
Well, and our brains are designed to protect ourselves, and they're very, very good at doing that.
Yeah.
And when a baby sees an adult, and it needs to figure out how to survive that environment, it's incredible what our brains can do.
Yeah.
And it's just dropping that mechanism when you don't need it anymore.
Which is hard to do. What do you think that people misunderstood about you during that time, though? Because you were also going through things whilst trying to be this healer of others, right? So sometimes trying to wear two hats at once.
Oh, well, yeah, I was labeled kind of like the rebel and the black sheep and stuff, because, like, mind you, before all my social work stuff, I was involved in some pretty sketchy things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep you wanted to get into that safe environments.
Yeah, no, I was involved in like some gang stuff. I was like heavily addicted to drugs and alcohol. Like,
I think that too many people that are in addiction and living in active addiction think that there's no way to still be a part of their community, because a lot of people, that's their community, and that's the discomfort, is leaving the people they know and the things they know. Yeah, it's safe.
Home.
So I think that it's good for people to know that you can get out of the addiction part of it and still be part of the community.
Well, yeah,
but in a positive way.
It's hard though, because like the what's available to us.
Yeah.
Community, like I worked for the Dream Center, which is sober housing, sober living, and I just find that there's a lot of people that probably would be okay if they could like smoke some weed, or like the lines are so.
Well, and with certain things being made legal, people are like, oh, well, then that's not it. I'm not,
that's not okay. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's hard to find somewhere where, like there's a nice little transition, or like a comfortable and like the safe injection sort of idea, like that gets very crazy,
messy,
very quickly.
Which they've now removed all of them, right? Or they will be all removed something right like away.
Being in BC, that stuff scared me a lot.
Was it difficult for you, having gone through addiction, to then be around that environment?
No, I for me, it like, I went to treatment, which ended up being a weird cult. Doesn't matter.
Okay, you're gonna have to come on again.
Yeah. But my dad was paying money for it. I'm like, I should probably get sober. Like, I'm gonna try not to participate in these strange cult activities, but I'm freaking getting sober, man. So I did that. A girl died there while I was there because they didn't. Yeah, that's a whole other
another episode.
Yeah, no, but I just decided, I'm like, this, I don't really want this for myself. I see what it does. I know what it does. I have a great time, but I have other stuff that I want to focus on. And I can't really focus on these people or being my best self if I'm hungover and if I'm, feeling like crap all the time because I'm just trying to get by.
So lots of self-awareness, really.
So much painfully self-aware. And then I got diagnosed with like the ADHD and the autism. They started giving me Vyvanse, and I'm like, this is what cocaine was doing for me, and stuff started to make sense.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard that a couple of times, actually.
Yeah, so it's like I found something that, helped me stay
But it's
level.
being regulated and it's being monitored by a doctor.
Yeah, like it's much better. It's much better, but I was
a little less scary.
Yeah. So I was doing that. I just needed somebody else to help me.
You were just doing it yourself.
Yes.
Without a medical degree.
I don't recommend it.
Yes, we don't recommend the self-medication.
No.
But that is really interesting to know that you recognized the way you felt while you're in addiction versus the way you felt while you were medicated for your condition.
Yeah, there's similarities there that, it feels weird to
compare it.
Well, it does. Like, my doctor gave me this, and I can think the way that, like, I can think pretty normal. Like, I feel pretty normal. And so I was pretty normal. That, like, I was trying to make myself normal. That's what I was doing. I wasn't even, like, getting the high. I was just kind of able to think more.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. So what then, when you shifted to social work, how old about were you when you
early 20s?
Okay, so this was not far after the addiction then.
No, I was like in treatment, and I was like, okay, I got to go to school. I'm gonna figure this stuff out. I got out of school and went to the shelter.
Do you think that the choice to go to social work was maybe partially about wanting to understand more about yourself?
Oh, absolutely. How many, it's like two birds with one stone. I'm helping people, and I'm figuring out myself, and I'm learning about my family and friends, and no, it just all made sense.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, because I know that, personally, I always dug into the psych stuff because I wanted to learn more about me.
What's going on? And then when stuff starts clicking, then you get addicted to that, because it's like, oh, family patterns and this is that, and it all just finally makes sense.
Do you find, though, that having now a social work background and having the knowledge that it maybe makes people that previously wouldn't have been like, oh, she thinks she's better than us because she knows.
Course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Did you learn anything in your studies? I'm assuming you did the 2-year?
I did a community services
support or whatever. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, so you did the addictions part too. Awesome. Yeah. So then you definitely learn about trauma.
Oh, yeah.
So did you learn anything about trauma in general that changed your perspective around it?
So much. Everything from epigenetics, which is intergenerational trauma that's literally passed down in our DNA, to just how we store trauma. Our body forgets nothing. It doesn't forget a single thing that we don't say because we've suppressed it. It doesn't forget a single thing that, your feeling was hurt and you did nothing about that. Oh, we're saving it. We're saving it all. And when the moment is right, it'll emerge. We do restarts. We got to reset sometimes, but that's a big one.
Yeah, I can really, really, really resonate with that, because for me, I think that trauma has a huge bearing on what's gone on with my health. And I think that those years of suppression and stuff it down finally hit me. And so I totally get what you're saying about how the body forgets nothing. You think that your brain's forgotten it because you're not vocalizing it, but it's still sitting there.
It'll be back.
Definitely. And so with your career path now, do you find that you're still happy with where you are in addictions community support and doing that, or are you?
Yeah, so I've stopped.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an incident I got a brain injury. It was very much fun. And I tried to go back to work, but I was not there. I couldn't, and they ended up firing me. And so now I've gone on my own, and I'm starting. So far I've called it like life dueling, where it's just like, I'll do life with you.
Oh, I like that.
It's just because we have so much the self-help, and it's like, you need to do this and this and this and that and this.
Yeah.
When we don't have the capacity to just make these crazy changes, like micro adjustments that, will slowly get us to where we want to be.
Yeah.
It's way kinder to ourselves. It makes sense. Like, we don't have that guilt and failing where it's like, I'm not working out 3 times a week. That gets in your head when you fail so many times.
Yeah.
And I've just found, like, for me, when I just little tiny adjustments and turn the dial down just like a little bit on like my mean guy up here sometimes, and just little tiny things rather than a whole life overthrow. It's like, let's find a doctor, like a holistic doctor, let's figure out food. Like, food is hard. Yeah. We don't have to do an overhaul. Let's make it really simple and like the least amount of thinking possible, and just one tiny little micro step at a time.
Oh, I like that.
And so, I work with clients one-on-one. We do like check-ins, and I'm kind of there to text once in a while. Like, I can't do 24/7.
No, you have to have your own space too, away from solving everybody else's.
Exactly. But I can't get away from the actual helping people. So
you're built in.
Yeah, it's coming with me no matter what it is.
Well, that's good to know. If you want to share your socials and stuff, we'll do that at the end, and we can share your business and whatnot. Yeah. And then I will also put links to them in the post.
Yeah, it's still all just, I only have kind of just a couple people that I'm doing this with. It's all
trial and error, man.
That's exactly.
That's what we do.
It's got to start somewhere.
All right, so I want to kind of shift gears, especially now because you brought up a TBI. So I want to talk a little bit about the chronic illness turning point, kind of. And I know TBI is extra on top of the chronic illness, and we talked a little bit, but what was it like connecting, first of all, the trauma with like the autism, the ADHD, the EDS? Like, I'll let you go ahead and name all your diagnoses that you're comfortable naming.
Yeah, so mast cell activation syndrome, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, the ADHD. Those are kind of my
big boys.
Yeah, that's who's with me most of the time.
They're in the car.
Yeah. Well, some of them. Some might be here. My dark passengers.
Yeah, I feel you on that. When I saw this, I'm not even joking. I was like, oh my God, is she writing my story?
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
So sorry to interrupt. I'll let you finish, but I had to tell you that.
That's fine. It made so much sense. But it was just heartbreaking because I've got my mom with chronic illness. Like, I've got, like, my dad also has a brain injury that he got when we were kids from riding dirt bikes, and that changed him weirdly. So all these things where, like, I was kind of connecting things and, like, it was kind of making sense. Everything, it was like, I I feel like I understand like the meaning of life. Like I'm sick and I can't do much about it, but like I think I get it. So it was really sad because there's a lot to grieve.
Yeah.
A lot to grieve. And it was really exciting because it's like I have something new to kind of look at and poke around at. Like I'm my own biggest guinea pig.
It's a new path.
Let's go. Let's try the whatever. But yeah, it's a weird mix.
Yeah.
Weird mix because there's like some relief, there's some answers, but then it's also like, oh, but wait, there's more.
Were you a little angry too?
So
like
much anger.
I find that's the one that I get more than anything is like anger and frustration at the fact that they never ever tried to make anything better, and even to this day some of them don't try to make things better.
Yeah, and especially looking back as like it's like I've had these issues for a long time, like the dizziness, like the Ehlers-Danlos, like all these things, and you know I'm going to the doctor with all these problems, and everybody was like, you know, you're borderline, you're this, you're that.
Anxiety.
Oh,
I didn't mean to anger you. But that is the one that is the worst.
That was my last appointment for my brain injury. I had to go see a neurologist, and she kept asking me, so how much do you drink? And I'm like, I drink sometimes, but like I can't really. It's not really fun to have post-concussion syndrome and be drunk. You just get spins and pass out and throw up. It's not. And she kept pushing it and kept pushing. Well, but so how much is not much? Are you feeling anxious right now?
So even she was kind of treating you like the black sheep.
Yeah. Like I'm anxious because I'm, you know, talking to this strange woman who's trying to put stuff on me that I know I'm a lot of things. I am very self-aware, lady. Yeah. Like I know if I was an alcoholic, it would all be out there. Yeah. If I was anxious, yes, I'm anxious in this moment, and I'm anxious
on occasion because I'm dealing with the frustration of
it's circumstantial. It's not just hanging around for no reason. This didn't come from nowhere.
Yeah, I don't live in a state of anxiousness all the time for no reason. There's reason for the anxiousness when it's present.
Exactly. Root causes, etymology. Just keep.
So did learning all of that then, like learning how the trauma was connected to the diagnoses and how that affected your life, did that kind of like shift a little bit your understanding of kind of your life to date and how things have played out?
A lot of stuff had to change. I had to get rid of I had to start listening to my body, like really listening to my body. And it's still so weird. Like, it's so easy for me to push through things. That's just my norm. And it feels bad when I'm like, I should just go lay down. It's like my brain is working like it wants to do, but I'm exhausted.
The fatigue.
And and I'm going to pay for it tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Like you have to account for all this time, like before, after, during.
I think that brains like ours, though, I think that I think especially this type of brain has a really big struggle with admitting that rest is also work.
We're not allowed.
We're doing work.
Yeah, well, in the system, in this whatever it is, that's what we're taught. If we're not constantly producing, we don't have value.
And I think that's generational too. Like it's the be productive. There's no rest for the wicked. You gotta move.
If you're not doing anything like that, just having inherent value as a person, that's something that took me a really, really long time to find.
Yeah, I think I'm still working on that.
It doesn't end. It's just another thing to be aware of. Right. Just add it to the list.
So did you find then when you got your diagnoses and you like at this point, do you think that you're happy with the diagnoses? Not you're never happy with it, but you agree with the diagnoses that you have?
For the most part, yeah.
Do you find it more validating or overwhelming? Especially when you have this long list of letters.
For me, I just don't even care. Like it's just validating. Like I've just been overwhelmed
I'm not crazy.
for so long. It's just like, yeah, thank you finally, something.
And I get that because I just personally, I had to fight for my rights. And I literally was talking to these doctors and these people, and I'm like, honestly, I go into these freaking appointments and I would rather hear you have a giant brain tumor than your tests are fine at this point, because something is not right.
And they say your tests are fine, and then you ask for the ranges, and it's like, well, this is a little bit off and this is a little bit off. And I'm like, okay, so what else is off? You're telling me everything is normal, and then when I question you again, you're saying things are a little bit here and there. Like, why are we ending this now?
Yeah.
Why aren't you sending me for more? Like, I'm telling you I'm unwell. I'm not doing this because I'm sad or having a bad day. Like, I'm unwell.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why you think like this is what I want to be doing with my time. Like, I don't come here to see you. I don't like you guys. I don't like the office.
That's what I said.
You're not my friends.
I don't want to spend 5 days a week in doctor's appointments.
No, it's not. Like, I have to prepare for it mentally, like
physically,
like everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here for fun.
Yeah. So I cried when I got my disability approval a couple weeks ago. I phoned my husband crying. So I completely understand the relief and the validation that I am not crazy. This is not anxiety. I am not drug seeking. There is something going on.
Yeah, it's and I'm still trying to get like, because I've been working with like holistic doctors like a lot, and so a lot of my stuff is like, well, this is like the duck is quacking and it's yellow, and like this is now it's moving it to the real doctors.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. That's really a lot.
Yeah, good times. Did you find though that, I don't know, when you got a proper diagnosis and it seems like you kind of have a fairly good handle on the situation that's going on and how to handle your body and stuff. Did it change how you looked at like past you?
Oh yeah.
Were you like, girl, what were you thinking?
Like, cry, like mourn, like it's just like so sad. Like, how are you do it? Like, I don't even know how I did that for that many years with all this stuff.
Just suffering through it.
Yeah, and it's like just go to work and then do nothing because I'm just trying to rest enough for my next shift or my next this or my next that. It's like I don't even want to think about how much I missed out on because I was just in bed.
Yeah. You know, well, and then they're pumping you through all these different meds, and it's like, I said to them, I'm like, at what point do we look at the sheer volume of different medications I'm on and wonder if they're helping or hurting?
Yeah, because the contraindications, the long-term effects, so many of these things, like, we don't have any research, and we especially don't have the research on women.
No, because we don't matter. We just go to insane asylums when we have our period.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, is tracking that. But for me, like, it can really help. It really helps. Like, I know, like,
if there's hormonal shifts and stuff.
Probably when I'm going to be a little more bad, and probably when I'm not, like.
That's crazy. I want to talk a little bit about kind of your breaking point, collapse, abusive relationship, identity breakdown.
Sure.
Because I think that's like a really, really big factor in the next thing of your life. So, but what in this abusive relationship, what made that the breaking point? Like, what was it? Because I mean, in reality, your relationship with your parents was abusive. Okay. So it's not your first experience in an abusive relationship. And so I'm just curious what in that was like, nope, we're done. We're not doing this again. We're moving on.
Yeah, so there was a lot. Like, I had my my brain injury, and then I was getting sick with other stuff, uterus stuff. It was really bad. And I just needed this guy to just, like, go to work, like,
pay your bills.
Pay the bills. You know, I got rid of my car and got us a trailer. You know, I had to leave my career. I shut down my business because I had, like, a skincare business, and I couldn't like do that stuff anymore. he wanted to have a business. I was like supporting him and whatever he wanted to do business wise. And then I was just so sick. I just wasn't being listened to. I'm like, I can't, like, and he's like, well, are you going to go to work? Are you going to go to work? I'm getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And I'm like, this guy is not listening to, he does not care about me. Like, I couldn't get up off of my bed and go to the bathroom. Or I would, and then I'd be stuck on the toilet.
Yep.
Because I can't get back up now.
I've not heard, like, that's going to get me going, because I have not heard another woman around my age have that conversation. And that is something so relevant and so dehumanizing.
Yeah.
To be in that position, and the person that's supposed to love you and care for you and be your partner in this not really even fucking click at what's going on.
Yeah, I lost a baby with him.
Oh my God.
And he just like he was just like kind of sat down on the couch while I was like going through this, like, you know, yeah. And I was sick with everything else, and he's just like eating nachos downstairs, and I'm like, I don't think this is, like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me?
Like, was it just not computing to him what was going on, or does he just not care?
No, he's like there's something wrong with him. Like, I remember him talking to me about when he was a kid, his dream was to basically be like God and control everyone and everything. And then he came out and told me,
so he's a big narcissist.
Yeah, he was like molesting me in my sleep. And this is while I was sick. And now with this whole internet thing that came out with the 60, I think he might have been poisoning me with my pain meds or my sleeping meds that I was on.
I'm not even kidding. This is like that makes me think of that Giselle Pellicott.
Yeah. So. He
my
came out to me, he told me all this stuff, and then he cried to me about it, and I'm like so messed up in my head, I don't know what to do. But yeah, he came out with that, and I was like, all right, well, I don't think that I can do this anymore. And he ended up leaving because I'd given him like a time limit to get his shit together.
At least he left.
Yeah. So that was like, well,
I was going to say, what does everything collapsing actually look like? But
yeah, and so
I mean, that's...
Yeah, we were supposed to get a trailer. Like, I had the little trailer that we got, and we were going to save up for like a modular or something. And he left me right before winter in a trailer with no heater. And so I spent the winter like sick with all of this stuff. Things
like, that don't do well 30. With extreme weather in either direction.
Breakers would go off all night, and I'd have to like crawl outside like to get to the breaker. He just left me at the where, and so after that, it's like it's a full reset. Everybody, we're gonna try again some other way.
Wow, scary, clarifying, all of the above.
Yeah, people are weird.
Do you, and I know this is going to be a weird question given the situation, but when you think about it, it's not that weird. Do you think, though, because I know it's really easy to say that you lost yourself in that, but do you think you lost yourself, or do you think you found yourself in that?
I figured it out. Like, I needed it. I wouldn't be able to be me if I didn't have all that happen, because I was still playing parts, still being like the good fiance and the good,
I can fix him. I can.
Yeah, because it's me. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're fixers.
That's what we do. Anybody can do it.
That's really, really heavy.
Yeah.
So when he left, was that like gone, good, never again? You've never had to deal with him again?
Never, ever. Thank
God.
Somebody.
Yeah. Thank anyone. Thank Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
It's probably her.
That's fine.
That is unreal and terrifying.
Yeah, so I've had a couple of weird experiences like that.
Okay, well, I don't want to stick on that because that's
fair.
You've got way more going on than that one.
Happy good things do.
But that took you from being, oh, woe is me, I'm in this bad situation, this is all I got, to screw this, I'm out, I'm moving on and moving up.
Yeah.
And into kind of rebuilding and redefining your life.
Living a life that makes sense.
So what have you had to unlearn?
Oh, so many things. People pleasing is a big one. And literally, like, this sounds weird, but too much empathy.
Yeah. Burnout from empathy is huge.
Like, it's fine to feel bad for people, but you feel that, and I also feel that. Like, it's also
I connect with you so much.
And so learning how to be like, bro, like, that's horrible, and like, leave it
as they're horrible.
They're horrible. And you think you learn these things in school, and you don't. You have to.
No, because all you're taught is, well, I mean, I guess in later on school, in social work school, yeah, but like primary, secondary school, you're just learning. You got to care about everybody.
Yeah, sharing.
Everybody's feelings matter.
You have to invite everybody to the party.
Yeah,
you got, all.
It's embedded in us. It's indoctrined to people please, for sure.
Yep, and women.
Yes,
even more so.
So, what does a life that works for you, and only you? What does a life that works for you actually look like today?
Well, right now I live on a little acreage outside the city.
Shelly.
On like, it's a Pine Coulee. It's a little like lake, basically.
Oh,
you gotta come.
I am so jealous of you being on acreage. So that is.
It's small, but it's. I live with this really nice lady who is also a social worker, so she kind of gets stuff.
Same mentality.
Yeah. But I'm doing music, and I'm doing my little business the way that I want to do it. I sleep when I want. I wake up when I want. I can't do alarms. Alarms will literally put me in fight or flight.
I actually am beginning to think that is a big problem for me.
I think it's a big problem for people in general. Yeah. I don't think it's a good, it's not a good way to start.
No, you're waking up to a panic.
Freaked out.
Yeah.
And you have your cortisol spike first thing in the morning, like that every day.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we do. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. In my experience,
we gotta rethink things.
Yeah. We're not machines. We just are not, as much as we would like to think so, or we would like to try to make ourselves into machines. That's just not.
So it's just nice and quiet.
Quiet. I can. Yeah. I see my family, my cat.
Your cat.
My cat. she's been around for. She's like. She's getting up there, almost 20, so she knows things. She's been there. But yeah, it's just about being slow and being about what I want to do, what's good for my body, whether that's food or a night out or a night in or sleeping all day, or I have energy, I'm going to be up till 3 a.m, like, using this energy to create something because this is the time that it's decided to come. And not hating myself for it, and not guilting myself for it, and not shaming myself for it.
I love that. I love that.
I want everybody to have this.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that it's so important to acknowledge that sometimes stepping back from it all and having less of everything is good for the soul. And I think that it's super important to know your limit.
Yeah. We're just taught to push our limit a little bit.
So what do you think stability for you then is moving forward?
Stability is
like long term.
Well, disability will be a big part of that. Hopefully this.
I want the physio, man.
This loss.
It's the physio.
Physio is so good. Acupuncture has been life-changing for me. Absolutely life-changing.
I've only done it once. I should try it again.
Oh, I've got a really good lady, and she teaches as well. Because I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially with the doctors. What are you doing? So she's explaining everything and all the points, and that's really helpful for me. But I have not had the improvements from anything besides this acupuncture. And then I have a chiropractor that does stuff on my neck. And like, I broke my back when I was like 13 or 14 and never had it like fixed properly.
We're going to have an episode just on all your injuries.
Oh my goodness. There's a couple of those for sure.
And then like life-wise, just kind of staying where you're at, living at the pace that is comfortable for you in the moment.
I want to get on some wheels. I want to get a little bus or something to live in and be able to go
see the world
elsewhere. It's too cold here, man.
It is.
I don't know why I don't like every year. It's like
and these freaking winds that we're getting.
And like I live south of Calgary. It gets windier. You know, Pinter Creek is windy.
Yeah,
but I'm.
Yeah, you're right in that tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and with all the diagnoses, like cold is not good for you.
No.
It is. It's not just a little annoying. Like it takes me a long time to warm up, and like
I know.
I'm just
and the compression.
Oh no!
I can't wear the compression pants because they literally make me feel like somebody's like strangling me.
Yeah.
And the socks just make my feet cold.
I'm freezing cold, and I've got these lines here like my grandma did.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it doesn't work. But like I was in Cuba in November, and like the whole it's like I can just like get up and go, and I don't have to like take 12 minutes to make sure I have 3 pairs of socks on, 2 pairs of leggings with my driving pants because I have driving pants. Like I just want to be able to go outside and like look at the sun for a second without that, you know? 8 months of the year, I can't. Oh, it's too much. So I just want to bus. I want to be like a digital nomad, play music.
I love that. I love that for you. I think that is. It sounds glorious.
It's going to be.
And I think that given everything that you've endured and fought through and, you know, come out on the other side of, you deserve to have a little bit of peace.
Right?
Why not? What would you say to somebody who was in their own personal collapse right now?
Keep digging. There is another side. And it's not always glorious looking, especially at first, but it's there. And the more and more we talk about this sort of thing, the more and more people are learning about these things, it's closer than you think. And I don't want to say like, you know, pull up your socks and just go collapse, just go cry, go sleep.
Yeah, do all the things, like emote away.
Yeah, it's not about trucking through it. You don't need to, you know, we're not in a war.
Yeah, it's not a competition to show who can get through it with the least complaining. It's about survival.
Complain. We need to complain. We need to voice these things.
Yeah. The noisier we are, the more that they listen to us.
Gets the oil, right?
Yeah. What is something people misunderstand about the healing process? Whether it be physical, emotional.
It sucks. Like it's also great, but there's a lot of suck and there's a lot of hurt. And I think people that, you know, kind of unmotivates them because it's like, this is actually really hard and horrible and it's really sad. Like it's really sad. Like you know, start doing some childhood stuff and talking to your inner child. Like it's not fun for a lot of it. It's tiring. Even if you're not doing stuff, the mental, the emotional, like it's exhausting. But it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, it definitely gets harder before it gets easier. And they're almost 100% guarantee there's going to be things that come up that you would have never expected to come up that are way bigger inside than you thought they were.
And the stuff that you think you're already
over.
Past, no, you probably just put that in a different little spot.
Yeah, it's in a different drawer.
Yeah, it's not there.
Somebody else emptied that dishwasher.
Oh, but it's like holes where it's like the first day is the worst, the second day is the worst, the third day is it gets worse before it gets better. But again, it's
the better it's worth it. I like that. All right. Well, I do want to really thank you for coming and doing this.
So much fun.
I really appreciate you sharing so many personal details. I know it's not easy sometimes to relive the past.
Yeah, it's
but I think that your story is very important. I think that a lot of people are going to connect to at least something in your story.
There's got to be some. I've never found anybody that I can't connect something with.
Exactly. So I do really appreciate you coming and sharing that with us.
Yes, thank you so much for having
me. So just for recap, we had a conversation today about some chronic illness and some childhood trauma and addiction and relationship stuff, loss of identity and rebuilding. We basically hit the mother load today.
Yeah.
So if there's anything at all that you might connect with, it's going to be in this episode. Do you want to share with the listeners? I don't know. I know that you're just starting out with your business and whatnot, so I don't know if you're ready to share that. But if you want to share your social media handles or your business, if you want to have anybody reach out.
Well,
questions?
Yeah. Well, if you want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. It's just Katie Rebecca. But questions, or you just need someone to vent, like, I'm here. I might not respond right away because things happen, and but yeah, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm just starting to get stuff going there, so I'll give you those.
I hear you, and we will attach all of her handles in the comments at the end of the episode as well.
Yeah, and if you need some, I don't like the word life coaching because it's like, I'm not a coach. I've never been a coach.
Yeah.
I'm a facilitator of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have
support.
Any questions, yeah, I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
I love that. So there it is. Thank you for joining Adulting is Easy and Other Lies, and we will see you next week.
Bye.